Hi friends, we're going to go over some letter sounds this week, and you may have learned these letters a different way, but this is just something that I like to use to recognize letters and letter sounds. This is the letter A, and this is Abby, and Abby is sad. So this A chant for the letter A goes like this. Abby is sad. Is A. Wah. So you hear that sound for A. This is the letter B. B for baby. Baby. And the B chant goes like this. B is baby. Baby. B is B. Very good. B. This is the letter C. And C makes a k sound. So you want to feel that on the back of your throat for that k sound for the letter C, like for cat. Very good. Cat. So our C chant goes like this. C says k. C says k. C says k. Cat. Meow. Very good. This is the letter D. D for, you're right, dog. Our D chant goes like this. D. I'm a digging dog. Can you dig like a dog? D. I'm a digging dog. D is D. Very good. Our last letter that we're gonna talk about today is E. This is the letter E. E can make an E sound or an sound, and this is Eddie. So his name starts with the letter E, and his name is Eddie. So we're gonna sing a song about Eddie, and we're gonna move our arms like a train for the sound. So it goes like this. Eddie loves his teddy, and Eddie loves E. Okay? So Eddie loves his teddy, and Eddie loves E. Eddie loves his teddy, and Eddie loves E. Very good. Those are our letters for the week. You can practice writing them on paper, and you can watch this part of the video again and go over the letters and the sounds. Now I'm going to read a story by Ezra Jack Keats, and this is called A Letter to Amy. So as you all practice writing those letters that we just went over, we can practice writing a letter this week to someone you know. So you can, if you don't know how to write a whole sentence, then that's okay. You can draw a picture, and you can have an adult that you live with kind of help you write a letter to someone that you know that's very special, and then you all can deliver it to them, or you can put it in the mail. So this is called A Letter to Amy, and it is by Ezra Jack Keats. A letter to Amy. And look, there's the mailbox. There's Peter. I'm writing a letter to Amy. I'm inviting her to my party, Peter announced. Why don't you just ask her? You didn't write to anyone else, said his mother. Peter stared at the sheet of paper for a while and said, well, this way it makes it sort of special, because writing a letter can be special. He folded the letter quite a few times, put it in the envelope, and sealed it. Now I'll mail it, he said. See him with his raincoat on because it's raining outside. What did you write? His mother asked. Will you please come to my birthday party? Peter. You should tell her when to come. So he wrote on the back of the envelope, it is this Saturday at 2. I'll mail it. Put a stamp on it. He did, and he started to leave. Wait, wear your raincoat. It looks like rain. He put on his raincoat. It looks like rain. You better come. You better stay in, Willie. And he ran out to mail his letter. Oh, look, there's Peter walking down the street. Walking to the mailbox, Peter looked at the sky. Dark clouds raced across it like wild horses. He glanced up at Amy's window, but she wasn't there. Only Pepe, her parrot, was peering down. Willie, didn't I tell you to stay home? So there's the parrot. And then here's Willie peeking because he's following Peter to deliver the letter. Isn't that funny? And see these dark clouds. We've seen dark clouds the past few days because we've had rain, haven't we? Peter thought, what will the boys say when they see a girl at my party? Suddenly there was a flash of lightning and a roar of thunder. A strong wind blew the letter out of his hand. Oh my goodness. Peter chased the letter. He tried to stop it with his foot, but it blew away. Then it flew high into the air. Oh my goodness, and he couldn't catch it. What is Peter going to do? It landed skipping across like a hopscotch game, and then the letter blew this way and that, and Peter chased it this way and that, and he couldn't catch it. Big drops of rain began to fall. Just then, someone turned the corner. It was Amy. She waved to him. The letter flew right toward her, but he really wanted the letter to be a surprise. She mustn't see it, or the surprise will be spoiled, and they both ran for the letter. What's going to happen? In his great hurry, Peter accidentally bumped into Amy. He caught the letter before she could see it. Quickly, he stuffed the letter into the mailbox, and he looked at Amy, but she ran off crying, because I think maybe she got hurt and sad. Now she'll never come to my party, thought Peter, but he saw his reflection in the street, and it looked all mixed up. Reflection is a fancy word, so there's water on the street from the rain, and he looked down, and he kind of saw his face in the reflection of the water. Have you all ever been able to do that before? When Peter got back to his house, his mother asked, "Did you mail your letter?" "Yes," he said sadly. Saturday came at last. Everybody arrived but Amy. "Shall I bring the cake out now?" his mother asked. "Let's wait just a little bit longer," said Peter. "Now, bring it out now," chanted the boys. "All right," said Peter slowly, "bring it out now." He's sad because he wanted Amy to come to his party. Just then the door opened, and in walked Amy with her parrot. "A girl? Ugh," said Eddie. "Happy birthday, Peter," said Amy. "Happy birthday, Peter," said the parrot. Peter's mother brought in the cake she had baked and lit the candles. Everyone sang. "Make a wish," cried Amy. "Wish for a truck full of ice cream," shouted Eddie. "A store full of candy with no stomach ache." But Peter made his own wish and blew out his candles at once. The end. That was a great story. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and I want you to point to your brain, and I want us to think about the questions and about the story that we just read. So, Peter wanted Amy to come to his party. What did he do to let Amy know he wanted her to come? What did Peter sit down and do? He wrote a letter. That's right, he wrote a letter to Amy. If we write a letter, where does the letter need to go? Can we just stick it outside on the porch? What do we need to put the letter in order for it to be sent? A mailbox. Somehow we need to find a stamp and a mailbox to put the letter into so the letter is mailed. Now, very lastly, for a while at Peter's party, Peter was sad. What made Peter sad at first at his party? Why was he sad? He was sad because he wanted Amy to come and she wasn't there yet. But then, what happened at the end? At the end of the story. You're right. Amy arrived at the party. Even though she was a little bit late, she came, and Peter was very happy that he got to celebrate with all of his friends. I hope you enjoyed the story. Okay, friends, I want us to look up at those two words together, A-T. Those say at when you say that together. Can you say that? At. At. So A and T together make the at sound. Now, all of these words that you can see on your screen all end with at. So some of those words are bat, cat, rat, sat. All of them end in A-T. Do you see those red letters at the bottom? That is A-T, and that's a word family, and together it makes the word at. So we're going to do an activity for the word at. Here is a picture of the list again, at. So this is the book that you can make. You get a few pieces of paper. I had 4. I cut them and made them a little bit smaller, and then I laid them flat on the table. Then I folded over all 4 of the pieces together, probably a third, so it looks like this. Now what I did is I took a marker and I wrote those letters A, T on one side of the papers. That says at. Next, I picked a few letters to write on the folded sheets of paper. This is the letter B for bat. Then I turned the page and wrote a new letter, C for cat. Then I turned the page and did one more letter for sat. So that word is sat. Last, I did the letter M. M makes a sound for mat. So now you can go through and read those letters. This is a at word family book. Bat, bat, cat, sat, mat. You can make this book at home, and it's an easy way to start reading.